Okay, I'll start my video out today by reading John chapter 17 and verse 3, which says, "And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent." If you've been watching my videos in the past, you know that I talk about how that God isn't confined by time, that God is always now. And you even find the word now and the word know, so you get to know God. And it talks about getting to know the only true God. And the word true is interesting because if you take each letter and give it its simple gematria value, like T is 20, R is 18, U is 21, E is 5, then take all those numbers and multiply them. 20 times 18 times 21 times 5 equals 37800. Drop the zeros, you get 378. If you add it to its reverse, 873, it's going to equal 1251. And if you've been watching my videos, that represents time and antitime coming together. You think about the clock, it has 12 numbers on it. Then you get 12 going backwards. So it's time and antitime, but 51 is the reflection of 12, so it has to do with symmetry, because symmetry has to do with deflection. And I talk about how that time and antitime will work together as one. Time will become symmetrical. Like the wings on a bird, they're on opposite sides, but together they work as one. And I want to read another scripture. It's at John 10:30. And let's see here. Take me a second to get there. Okay. It's a short scripture that I'm sure a lot of you know. It says, "I and the Father are one." And they're one because Jesus is a reflection of his Father. Jesus came from heaven, but he also came from earth. So he could bring the two together. He could bring back symmetry. Earth was meant to be the reflection of heaven. So now he can bring symmetry back. He can make a way out of time for us. He's going to become the doorway. He can bring the two together because him and the Father are one. Without him, we can't become one with the Father again. And that's why symmetry is important. And symmetry equals 138 plus 831 is 969. And if you take the numbers to John 10:30, John equals 47. Chapter 10, verse 30, add those numbers together, it's going to equal 87. And the words 87 equal 969 in Hebrew gematria. And you think about him being the true God. You think of the word truth. Truth equals 87. And again, 87 equals 969 in Hebrew gematria. And 12, the word 12, also equals 87. And again, 87 is 969. So you got 12, and you got 12 going backwards. And we know that the Father is truth, Jesus is truth together. They have the perfect symmetry. They can make a way out of time for us, a doorway. Time will be divided. Like if you look up Luke 12:51, you'll see the word division in it. So it all has to do with symmetry, getting to know the true God, getting to realize that he lives outside of time. We have to leave time. We can't be part of the world because the world is part of time. So we have to think in the terms that God thinks. We need to think about living now. What is our relationship with God now? Okay, that's my video for today, and I hope everybody has a good day.